Namaste from Dhananjaya Kumar and welcome to this video episode dedicated to the greatest minds of the world throughout history. The subject in this video episode is meditation, which is probably one of the lesser understood concept. Different people may have different meaning of what meditation is. It ranges from meditation means you sit down quietly, close your eyes and think hard about a topic or question. Or you sit down, relax and plan your future. Or, as I have heard often, meditate on this, which means there is a subject on which you are meditating. Your intensity of your thought increases. You think hard and more about something. That is meditation. That's what I have heard many people say. But what our sages and meditation masters have told us is something quite different. That meditation is not a state of mind. He is a very meditative person, which means he is very calm and quiet and always reflecting, contemplating something quietly. Meditation, as taught authentically in the tradition, meditation is a process of transcending the mind, because nature of the mind to think. If there is no thought, there is no mind. So how do you reach to no mind, no thought? Because thought is nature of mind. Is to bypass it, take a detour. How do you take a detour? Is by witnessing your mind, not engaging with your mind. Witnessing means you are watching from afar what the mind is doing. Just watching, not reacting, not getting involved, and not engaging with your thoughts. Because the moment you get involved in the thought, other related thoughts come in and your mind is cluttered. If you try to force your mind not to think, that is not possible, because mind's nature is to think. So by observing, you are withdrawing your support for the mind. You are leaving the mind alone and moving beyond it. When you move beyond the mind, you look back, without turning your head, you look back and say, yeah, the mind was thinking such and such, I was not interested, and I have moved on. I'll go back to mind if and when I need it, because mind is a very useful tool to solve an immediate problem or threat, to contemplate something, to do research, write a paper, prepare a speech. For all that, you need a mind, you need language. But mind, as we understand it, is not capable of meditation, because that is going against its very nature. So here are a few precious quotations on meditation. The first one is by David Frawley. Each day before we sleep, we should empty the mind as if each day were our last. So on the last day, you probably can persuade yourself to abandon the mind. It is my last day anyway, so why bother, why plan for the future, why try to solve any problem? Just leave the mind and stay by yourself in aloneness. So each day before we sleep, we should empty the mind as if each day were our last day. This also makes each day our first day and turns life into meditation. In other words, when we transcend the mind, we move beyond the mind, there is no thought, because thought was with the mind that you left behind. So you are starting fresh. It's a new day. And new day without thought and without presence of the disturbance created by the mind is a new day. And that new day can begin in meditation. Now, that does not mean that you hate the mind or you have killed the mind. No, mind is there. Mind is always doing its job, fulfilling its nature. You use the mind as and when you need it. So that is the message. Each day before we sleep, we should empty the mind as if each day were our last. This also makes each day our first and turns life itself into meditation. Osho is saying, in deep sleep and in meditation, thinking disappears. So in deep sleep, of course, you are not thinking, because if you are thinking, you will probably dreaming, not sleeping deeply. So in deep sleep and in meditation, thinking disappears. In deep sleep, awareness also disappears, because you are not aware that you are sleeping. You become aware when you come out of sleeping, when you wake up. But in meditation, it remains what? Awareness remains. You are not sleeping, you are not unconscious, but you are aware that thoughts are absent and you are in your own self, a companion to yourself. In fact, you are your spirit, yourself, and nothing else you are aware of. In deep sleep and in meditation, thinking disappears. In deep sleep, awareness also disappears. But in meditation, it remains. And that awareness is called self-awareness. So the proximity, the closeness, the union with self-awareness is the state of meditation. Along the same line of understanding and awareness, Swami Sivananda. Meditation is the dissolution of thought in eternal awareness of pure consciousness without objectification. In other words, you are in consciousness, you are not watching consciousness as an object, but you are consciousness. Knowing without thinking, merging infinitude in infinity. This is a bit complex formulation of the idea of meditation, but it's very meaningful. I'll just read it again so that you can refer back to it and dive deeper into it. Meditation is the dissolution of thought in eternal awareness of pure consciousness without objectification. Knowing without thinking, merging finitude in infinity. Swami Rama. Meditation can introduce you to yourself. That is short and sweet, but very meaningful. In meditation, you are introduced to yourself, which means you become self-aware. Now, becoming self-aware is one thing, because there is duality, that you, somebody called you, is aware of yourself, which means yourself is different from you, that you are aware of. In fact, the hint here is that you are not aware of yourself, but you are self-aware and you are the self. The next one comes from the Upanishads. Meditation is in truth higher than thought. Obviously, that we realize by now. Meditation is in truth higher than thought. Whenever a man attains greatness on this earth, he has his reward according to his meditation. Now, different people we call great achieve different level and degree of greatness. That reflects the level and degree of their meditation. In whichever manner one is recognized as great reflects the extent he has reached in the depth of meditation. Meditation is in truth higher than thought. Whenever a man attains greatness on this earth, he has his reward according to his meditation. This one by Gautam Buddha. When meditation is mastered, the mind is unwavering like the flame of a lamp in a windless place. Now, flame of a lamp in a windless place has this quality, that if you light a candle and take it outside, based on the wind, it will flicker like this, sometime moving this way, that way. It will not be stabilized, it will not be stable. So windless, which means there is no wind. Of course there is air, you are breathing, but there is no wind blowing from any side, there is no fan running. So that is the state of meditation when mind is unwavering. You are commanding, you are in charge of your mind, you are the master of your mind. Mind doesn't apply its own childishness or monkeyness and get busy, involved, tangled in thought. That is not the mind you have now. The mind is unwavering like the flame of a lamp in a windless place. This one by Dhananjaya Kumar introduces another concept here of sensory perception. The state of meditation delivers a glimpse of reality as it is, rather than how it is perceived through the senses. I made a detailed video on sensory perception versus reality. I hope you will watch it, where it is explained that through sensory perceptions it is difficult, if not impossible, to know the nature of reality. What actually it is rather than what you are seeing. That is one. The other is that meditation delivers a glimpse of reality as it is. In other words, meditation is not dependent on sensory perception. Through meditation, or a meditative person will see through things beyond sensory perception into the reality or being of that thing. It can be an individual, an object, a system, a society, an event, whatever it is. A meditator can see through it to the other side also. Whereas sensory perception will see how it looks and appears, size and shape and color and distance, from the outside or from this side where you are standing. The state of meditation delivers a glimpse of reality as it is, rather than how it is perceived through the senses. So with this quotation, I will close this video and wish you success and joy on your journey to meditation. Namaste, and we'll meet again soon.